Hello my juicy peaches and welcome back to my channel. It's your priestess Peaches here, supporting you to live your juiciest life and co-create a heavenly world. And in today's video we're going to be speaking about how to come out of overdoing, overgiving and overfunctioning in masculine energy, and how to come out of that and into your empowered feminine energy. Do you ever feel like you are just constantly pushing and forcing and trying to make things happen? And do you feel like you are stuck in overgiving, overworking, overdoing and hustling just to try to get things done? Or were you stuck in a cycle of hustling and overgiving and overworking and operating too much in your masculine energy, and now you are completely paralyzed and you're stuck in this kind of undevoted, flaky, wishy-washy victim mentality and paralysis, and you're just not responding to your deepest true desires anymore because you have this fear of things being too much hard work? Well, my juicy peaches, if any of that sounds familiar, then you are not alone. And today we are going to be speaking about how you can shift out of that overdoing mode and out of that paralysis mode and into what I call your empowered feminine way of living. This is where inspiration, creativity, flow, and the union and harmony of your inner masculine and feminine are really supporting you. So many women, especially in today's society, can find themselves just stuck in that constant grind, constantly striving and pushing and trying to make something happen, trying to get an outcome, moving towards a goal in a very linear way. It's like we become stuck on autopilot and we never rest or take a moment to stop to really allow ourselves to fully receive. Usually when you have been in your wounded masculine, where you're overdoing, overgiving, overfunctioning, it's because underneath there is a wounded feminine. And the wounded feminine is focused on lack, which creates this sense of urgency. And then you're taking action based on underlying fears rather than true inspiration and true creativity and true pleasure. I'm not saying that doesn't work, because we can see in today's society that kind of thing does work. But is that really the way you want to be operating? Is that the way you want to be going about your life and your business? What I know to be true is that although movement is of course necessary, action, movement, forward moving is necessary of course, but it's the way you move and the energy that you are functioning in that really matters here. So in a minute, we are going to be looking at how you can find that flow state and how you can harmonize and align your masculine and feminine energy within so that you can move through life with more ease, more grace, more magnetism, and more power. So when we're stuck in that wounded masculine of overgiving, overfunctioning, overdoing, then we actually prevent our feminine energy from shining and from being fully expressed. And this is when we don't actually experience our feminine power. So if you've been in that wounded masculine of overdoing, then you will probably be feeling like you are just on a treadmill, that you're just going through the motions, when actually everything's feeling quite unfulfilling for you. And you may end up burning out, you may feel stressed, overwhelmed by everything, and it leaves you very disconnected from your creativity, from your inspiration, from relaxation, from this peacefulness within the way you're doing things. And it stops you from connecting to that juicy, yummy side of yourself, your feminine and empowered feminine self. And then you can miss out on the magic of your feminine energy, your feminine power. From my experience, and this is just the language that I use, so please don't get too caught up on like masculine and feminine. If you don't like those terms, you can change it to something else, but it's just really helped me to navigate life, and it's the lens that I see things through. So from my experience, the masculine energy is the thinking space. It's the doing, the go-getting, the making things happen. It's the forward-moving energy. It's penetrating, and it's like fire. And it is linear, it's goal-oriented, and it's methodical and logical. It's also active and dynamic. But there's also another side to masculine energy that doesn't get spoken about very much. The masculine energy is also standing firm. It's unwavering. It is that conviction. It's solid. And it is the protector and the provider energy. The masculine energy moves us forward. It's a forward-moving linear line, and it helps us to achieve our goals. It gives us direction. That's the forward-moving masculine energy. And then the standing firm masculine energy is really the part of us that stands firm in our standards, our boundaries, our conviction, and that is a solid, standing firm energy. These are the two ways masculine energy moves. It's standing firm, which isn't a passive thing, and it's forward moving. When we get caught up in just forward moving masculine energy and we're not balancing it or having the harmony and union of the feminine energy, then that's where things get out of balance and everything feels like hard work. Again, in my experience, what I see the feminine energy as is, so the feminine is the feeling space. The feminine is responsive, so it responds to things. It is also surrendering and receiving. It is process and journey focused. It's cyclical, so not linear. And it's like water. The feminine is self-expression. It's shining your light and the willingness to be seen and heard. So the feminine is the invitation, the muse. And the other side of the feminine is that it has allure, it's sensual and erotic. The feminine is deeply connected to Mother Earth and the universe and source. The feminine is connected to intuition, and it's not passive. It is powerful, it is radiant, and it is magnetic and able to attract what it wants to her. But in order to do this, the feminine needs to be in its empowered feminine state. And when the feminine is in its empowered feminine state, it attracts the forward-moving energy of the universe. It attracts the forward-moving energy in others. And it attracts the inner empowered masculine of standing firm in your standards, standing firm in your boundaries, having conviction. And this is how the dynamic works best. This is how you can come into flow state, because your inner supportive masculine of standing firm allows you to shine your light bright and be your creative, juicy feminine self. And this propels you forward. And this also attracts the forward moving energy to you from others. Everything in life requires both energies. So nothing is without both. This is what I see being misunderstood in the online space, is there isn't one thing that is just feminine or one thing that is just masculine. Everything requires both. But for most women, it's really important to operate mostly from your empowered feminine energy most of the time so that you don't burn out. But let me give you an example. So we think of creativity, which I've mentioned many times, as a feminine quality. And that's true. Creativity is considered a feminine quality. But to actually create something tangible, you need masculine energy. It doesn't just get created. You need your masculine energy in order to create. Otherwise, it's just creative thoughts that don't actually anchor and ground into your reality. It's just creativity floating in the ether and never actually taking physical form. And if I speak about the word magnetism, that comes from feminine energy. That is mostly a feminine quality because it comes from feminine energy. But to be magnetic, you need to have the enforcer of your boundaries and standards, which is masculine energy. You need to come from that space of standing firm with conviction in your intention. And when it comes to magnetism, without your inner supportive masculine energy, then your desires may just float around without any direction or structure. They won't know how to come to you. You need your inner supportive masculine, and you need the forward moving energy of the universe as well. So most women get stuck in overdoing mode because they don't know how to activate their inner supportive masculine, and therefore they never step into their empowered feminine. So they can either stay in this overdoing mode, which is the wounded masculine, or they end up in the wounded feminine, where they're in paralysis, where they're not moving and they're stagnant and they're stuck and they're feeling like a victim and they're feeling paralyzed. So the empowered feminine doesn't just operate from feminine energy or feminine qualities. The empowered feminine has the union of the empowered masculine and the empowered feminine energies within her. So it looks like shifting out of constantly pushing and forcing and go-getting and hustling and trying to make something happen into standing firm and attracting what it is you want and moving from flow state. And another misconception about feminine energy is that it's passive. The feminine energy is not passive. It is responsive and receptive. Yes, it is surrendering, but those things are not passive. It takes a lot to surrender. It takes a lot to receive. It's just a different type of energy. And again, with all these feminine qualities, you need the masculine energy in order for that to happen. When both energies are united, that is when the magic really takes place. So I'm going to use a little metaphor that I love to teach because it's so good and it really helped me to understand and have a visual for what I'm speaking about. So if you imagine you are a lighthouse, the body of the lighthouse is your sturdy, steady, supportive, masculine energy. It is standing firm, it's unwavering, it's the energy of conviction and confidence. And then your light, the light of the lighthouse, is your feminine energy. This is your self-expression, your vibrancy, your creativity, your inspiration, all the juicy things of the feminine. This is your light shining bright. And the boats are your desires, or your customers and clients, or if you're in a relationship, then your partner. When you're standing firm, your light can shine bright and your light is able to be seen by your desires, your customers, your clients, your partner, and then they are able to come to you. You attract them to you. Often what happens is that women, as the lighthouse, grow arms and legs and start running up and down the beach, just in this sense of urgency, trying to go and trying to make something happen. They're wading out into the ocean to grab the boats, pulling them in, trying to get behind the boats and push them into shore. But the boats can't actually see your light when you're in this erratic state, when you're in this overdoing, overgiving, pushing, forcing, trying to make something happen. The boats then can't see your light because you're all over the place, right? So the best thing you can do is activate your inner supportive masculine so that you can come into your empowered feminine energy and shine your light standing firm. And this way, the boats come to you. They know how to get to you because they can see your light. So I've added something to this metaphor because this has really helped me to understand how the energies move within you. So when you are standing firm with your inner supportive masculine, you're able to shine your light bright. And then the boats can see you, like I said. But the generator and the energy of the light that you're shining always has a forward moving spiral of energy. It's the union of the masculine and feminine. The forward motion is the masculine energy and the spiral of energy is your cyclical process of the feminine energy. And so once you have your inner supportive masculine activated, you start shining your light from a space of flow state because you have the union of the masculine and feminine energy within you. And then this attracts the forward moving energy within others and within your desires and within the universe to bring your desires to you. This is the empowered feminine way. It's when your energies are working together to fully support you so that you can come into flow state. The masculine energy supports the feminine energy and it propels you forward. And you're less focused on just the end goal. You're focused on this journey, this spiral that's happening. And then you can create, you can move more effortlessly. You can move with more ease and joy and pleasure rather than overdoing and struggle and striving. And it really does work. It works for the law of attraction. To me, it kind of explains how the law of attraction works. And as a woman, especially, we are like magnetic beings. It is one of our superpowers. And so it's really It really allows you to come into that magnetic state. It really helps within your business when you are attracting customers and clients and creating content. I actually have a masterclass available for purchase called Empowered Feminine Messaging, Marketing and Sales, because the lighthouse is really part of how you shine your light and attract the right customers and clients to you without getting stuck in over-functioning in wounded masculine energy. So if you're interested in that, I will leave the links in the description box below. But this also works with communication in your relationship. I have a 10-step empowered feminine communication formula that I teach my clients in my course, Inspire the Empowered Masculine. This really helps you to be able to communicate with your partner in a way that inspires the best in him. It magnetizes him to you. It means that you are his top priority. It means he's wanting to please you. You create win-wins with each other. So often women get stuck in the masculine energy within their communication in their relationship and get stuck in masculine energy within the relationship as well. And this really, really works for that. It also works within the bedroom. It also works with your sexual self and your pleasure. Many women actually get stuck in masculine energy in the bedroom as well and find it very hard to connect to their juicy feminine energy when in a sexual space, because we have been conditioned, just like men in the world, we've been conditioned through the movies, through porn, into this very masculine energy approach to sex and pleasure. And women's bodies and women's anatomy of arousal don't always work like that. And it's really important to balance that and have the harmony of the feminine energy within the bedroom as well. And it just works for how you operate in your life in general. When you come out of overgiving, overdoing, and out of that paralysis of the wounded feminine and the fear and the doubt, then you can activate this self-validation within you. If you have been enjoying this video and receiving value, then please do give it a thumbs up and let me know that you like this content so I can create more of it for you. If you want to become part of this juicy community, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload more videos like this one. And feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, because I do really love connecting with you and I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Have you been stuck in over giving, overdoing and pushing and forcing and hustling and burning yourself out? Or have you then come into your wounded feminine where you are stuck in this paralysis and you're doubting and you're fearing and you're kind of flaky and undevoted and not responding to your true desires? What ways have you been able to stand firm in your standards, your boundaries, your intentions, your purpose? What ways have you activated your inner supportive masculine so that you can shine your light? And let me know in the comments how you plan to use this information to create balance and harmony and union with your own masculine and feminine energies. I would absolutely love to hear from you and support you on your journey to aligning with your empowered feminine self. If you are interested in going deeper into this kind of thing, then you can check out my online courses, or you can apply to work with me one-to-one, and I will leave the links in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me today. I really appreciate it. And I am going to go now. I'm wishing you an amazing day. And remember, as always, to keep it juicy. Okay, bye.